Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's time for another scouting report video and Keenan Evans is on the list for this week. He's having a great season in Israel so far and statistically he is among the best players in the league and a contender for the league MVP award at the end of the season. So far he's averaging 18.6 points, 4.4 rebounds and 6.8 assists per game. With these averages he's in top 5 in points, rebounds and assists among all the guards in the league and also ranks in top 5 in steals per game. In offense, he can do a lot of things and has an all-around game. Good as a pick-and-roll player where he can take shots, go to the rim or dish an assist. With his handles and athleticism, he is very good in isolation and can create separation for shot. Likes to push in transition after a steal or a rebound and also a reliable shooter from the distance. Nowadays, pick-and-roll game is a skill that a guard almost must have if he wants to play at the highest level. So many offensive sets depend on the pick-and-roll game and this area is something I always like to focus on when I'm evaluating guards. Keenan showed this season that he can play as a pick-and-roll operator. He makes good decisions when to take a shot, go to the rim or dish an assist, and with his size he can scan the floor well. Most of his passes and pick-and-rolls are to open shooters on the weak side, but also capable of delivering sharp and precise passes to the roller. If the defense goes under the screen, he takes the open 3-point shots with confidence and sinks them in high percentages. There were some possessions where the defense pressured him, but Keenan solved it calmly with a good pass. In my opinion, isolation plays are one of his main strengths at the moment. He controls the ball well and with his shiftiness and explosiveness, he can blow by defenders and get to the rim. If the defense switches and he has a slower defender on him, he recognizes the situation and spreads the floor and attacks. He can attack in both directions and finish with both hands at the rim. Also capable to pull the brakes and stop to take another dribble shot, but more on his shooting later. Another area where he uses his athleticism well is in transition. He likes to push after a rebound or steal and is hard to stop when he goes downhill. Occasionally he wants too much and makes a sloppy play that can result in a turnover. His decision making in high speed situations should improve since he makes much more turnovers in transition than in half court sets. Being a good and reliable shooter is also a skill that guards should have in today's basketball. There is always a place in the team for a guard that can run pick and rolls or shoot from the distance, but Keenan can do both. This season he is shooting 44% behind the 3-point line, even though he is attempting more than 4 3-point shots per game. He was also shooting above 35% in Eurocup last season and hit with similar percentages in his college days at Texas Tech. Has a quick and smooth transition in his off the dribble shot and can also create a decent amount of separation with his handles. If I said before that Keenan has an all-around offensive game, his defensive game needs some fixes. Not the best pick and roll defender that navigates his man poorly, but has the tools for better defense and showing some good instincts for steals. Just looking at his body and his physical tools, he could be a good defender. He has the length, lateral movement and quickness in his feet to make an impact in defense, but usually lacks effort. In pick and roll defense, he usually doesn't initiate the contact and leaves too much space to the ball handler to do whatever he wants. But when he is locked in and focused, he can play pretty good in defense, but needs to show that more consistently. Similar story on his perimeter defense. If he's locked in, he can be a good defender, but I miss the aggressiveness from him on the defensive end. His reads on closeouts could be better and sometimes completely misreads the offense and falls out of the defensive scheme. His court awareness and rotations are not that bad though, and usually rotates pretty good. On the other hand, the good thing in his defense are his instincts for steals. Most of his steals are coming from intercepting the passes and has pretty active hands in this regard. I miss more aggressiveness in all ball situations, and I think he could steal some balls in those situations too. But after all, he's averaging 1.6 steals per game and is amongst the best in the league in this category. And this is it for this time. If you liked the video, smash the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you miss any previous reports, there is a playlist on the screen now and you can check them out. See you in the next video.